Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Episode number 411, Drink Until You podcast, the only podcast that lasts until the last drop. How the hell is your Sunday going? How the hell was your week? Hope everybody's okay. I hope you're safe out there. Watching a ton of hockey, obviously. UFC 323. Dude, I had to check that like 4 different times before I made a post on Twitter yesterday to get my... I was getting my numbers crossed. I was like, wait, is it 232 or 323? It's amazing that I work with numbers, isn't it? Yeah, some UFC to talk about, a little tidbit on the NFL. We're pretty much, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I mean, you've already got the show notes right there for you. I literally just tweet over and over about, obviously my opinion on certain things or... what's actually happening. So what I'm drinking is a White Claw spiked, well, I say spiked, White Claw with a little bit of that like water enhancer stuff in there to give it a little more flavor. So that's what I'm drinking. If you got them, drink them. Bottoms up. Cheers. All right, starting off, obviously, as soon as I put out the episode last week, I'm watching all the hockey. Caught a little bit of that Calgary Carolina Hurricanes. That one was 0-0 the entire game. Goes to OT. Carolina wins that one 1-0 in OT. I gotta say this. Those 99s for the Dallas Stars, those new jerseys they just dropped, which supposedly are like the number 1 selling jersey ever in the NHL, which is kind of cool. But they are great jerseys, man. Like I said this a couple of weeks ago, I love the original gold, gold and like forest green. But I'm just a silver person. I love silver. Like if I wear jewelry, it's silver. I'm not wearing gold. So the gold with the silver with the black, the 99s, they're so freaking, they're just right up my alley. Not only is it the old school design, but now it's got, I guess we need to step away from the gold just for the fact that was kind of a Minnesota North Stars thing, and I think when they did their throwbacks, they had the gold. So it's good to have a little bit of separation there. But what I noticed, man, was wearing those jerseys, we have number 22. I'm pretty sure that's Bork. Oh, wait, is number 22 Bork? I can't remember. Number 22. Dude, there's so many like call-ups on this team, by the way, on the Stars team. And like, how I am with like UFC. Like sometimes I just have issues pronouncing the name, the names of the different people, different fighters around the world. Well, the Stars have some call-ups, and I can't, when I'm tweeting about them, I'm not even attempting to, like, put their name. I'm usually putting their number to the tweet. I'm like, I can't fucking spell that. How do you even spell that? Like, I'm not going to sit there and go back and forth and, like, look up how to spell it so I can put his name on Twitter. Like, I'm just like, number 37. You know what I mean? But anyways, like I was saying, yeah, it is Bork. Number 22, he scored the other night, according to my Twitter, unless I'm lying to myself, wearing the 99 jerseys. And I was just like, dude, I'm sure they didn't plan that. Maybe Bork has always been 22 or loves 20. I don't know, but that just gave me obviously when the play is happening so fast, you're not seeing their faces. I can't tell that it's not Brett Hull. I'm just seeing a number 22 shoot the puck and score, and I'm like, dude, that hits that nostalgia nerve. You know what I mean? Like, that was fucking awesome to see. Obviously, Mikko Rantanen doing Mikko Rantanen things. He has not been suspended for anything. He's kind of, I don't want to say cleaned up his game. I don't think he was necessarily a dirty player, but he knows he has to. He's a big bruiser, man. He's got to kind of, watch himself a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, as much as he can. I mean, if you get tripped and fall on a guy, I mean, there's not much you can do about that. But yeah, dude, he's so good, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say I think Jamie Benn should do the right thing. There's a clear leader on this team. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be a clear leader moving forward, and it's Mikko Rantanen. He is like the man amongst boys, so to speak. Not saying, you know, everybody's just a wimp or anything like that. But we got a lot of good players on our team. But I think Jamie Benn should just do the right thing and be, if he wants to be the great leader that he's been, he should gracefully and soonly, quickly give up that captaincy to Mikko Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen is going to be the captain. I mean, I want Wyatt Johnston really bad to be the captain. And that does kind of suck for him because I honestly thought like he was on his way to becoming captain. He's definitely going to be an alternate captain. But yeah, I think Jamie Benn should just man up and like do it yourself. You know what I mean? Like that looks the best. That adds to your legend, I would say, Jamie Benn. If you're just like, hey, my time's up, here's the seat, like that would be so honorable. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I mean, I think I see a clear-cut winner who's going to be the next captain of the Dallas Stars. It's not like he's here for just a season. You know what I mean? Like, they signed that guy. But yeah, I don't know if I touched on this last week, but these, like, the thing I love about Mikko is he's just he has everything. He's got the size, he's got the strength, he's got the skill to shoot and score, he's got the skill to, like, draw you to him. So then he passes to Wyatt Johnston or whoever's on the line with him. It really, like, you want to play on a line with Mikko, trust me. Because everybody's like a magnet to him. I mean, it's like, what do you do? If you don't cover Rantanen, he is going to shoot and score. If you try to, like, physically knock him off the puck, he's probably going to win that battle. So it's like you have to, like, double team him. Now somebody else is open. You know what I mean? It's just like he uses it so well. Like, all right, you're going to put two guys on me behind the net. I'm passing it out front. Or you only got single coverage on me and I'm, like, towering over this guy. I'm going to blast past him. That's what he did in the San Jose game. That poor kid. I have to imagine he's a kid. San Jose has a lot of young talent. Celebrini, Smith. I saw that goal from Smith the other night. That was incredible. But yeah, that poor kid tried to, like, physically, you know, move Rantanen, and I mean, he literally bounced off of him. You know what I mean? Like, he bounced off of him. Rantanen pulls up to the front in the slot, shoots and scores, and it's like, I think the game was pretty well over by that point. That made it 3-1. Heiskanen hits the empty net from all the way down the ice. That kills that one. I kind of jumped ahead there. But, yeah, dude, what do you do? He is a problem, and I love that. I love that he's a problem, and he's playing for my team. He creates so much just by being him, you know. Kind of moving to a different note here, and I'm just really following the Twitter feed, my show notes, so to speak. But after I put out the podcast, it's like 9:30 at night. And I hear this, like, live music. I'm not even kidding, dude. They have, like, a live Tejano band, like a caddy corner from me. And I can hear, you know, I mean, like, I can hear the microphone. Like, you're hearing the feedback from the microphone if someone takes it too close to the speaker. You know, you're hearing, like, the drums and stuff. They got a full-blown band out there, which, you know, I think, you know, maybe some... if I were maybe a grumpy old man or something, I'd turn that music off. You know what I mean? Like, but I love it. I actually really love it. It actually improves my mood, to be honest. How can you be mad and, like, irritated listening to that music? They're just having fun. And let me tell you, somebody's Theo was over there just singing his heart out. Like 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday night. You know, I put these episodes out on Sunday. And he's just fucking, I was like, God, it blessed that man, you know? And I'm sure she was a great woman. So, like, he just fucking hammered drunk over there singing his heart out. But, you know, like, I can't be mad at him, you know? So anyways, what else? Oh yeah, I looked up the, just randomly, like I said, I haven't been too into the NFL this season. I'm just kind of over it at this point, just for the fact that I know, I kind of feel what's coming, and I, like a lot of people do, and a lot of people are alluding to, is now that the NBA is, we're finding all this scandal and all that, it's going to happen in the NBA. I mean, it's going to happen in the NFL, and you know it is. You know, there's no way those guys are all, cut clean and dry. You're basically at the point, if you've ever watched one of those movies where they're making money hand over fist, as one of my movies in that category says, one of my favorite movies in that category says, shit starts to happen, man. People can be turned. People start to do shady shit. I looked it up. 7.1 billion with a B is how much the NFL has. $7.1 billion. That's a lot of fucking money, dude. Like, I'm kind of interested in this sometimes. I like to look up, million versus billion versus trillion. You know what I mean? And it's so incredible when people put it in terms of days. If you had to wait 1,000,000 days from today, it would be, it's like, I don't know how many years out. If you had to wait a billion days, it would be this long out. If you had to wait 1,000,000,000,000 days, it would be and it's like, the numbers are just, when you get that high, are just incredible. It's like, you get to billions and trillions, you don't have enough days in your lifetime to last 1 billion. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a huge number. So they've got all this fucking cash flow. And when that happens, just like I'm saying, in those style of movies, when people have too much cash flow, things start to happen. You buy a car wash so you can launder the money, to reference one of my favorite TV shows of all time. And right now in the NFL, I really feel like we're at the point, basically in the movie, to where they're starting to throw midgets at a dartboard and do cocaine in the bathroom and like bang hookers. Like, that's the point in the NFL we're at. It's gotten out of fucking hand, dude. It's just, and money does that. You know what I mean? So I was kind of thinking about it, and I'm like, this, it's not that I don't like the NFL. I just like what the NFL was, as opposed to what it's become. You know what I mean? Like 90s or before. And I'm not just saying that because the Cowboys, were so great back then. But like 90s or before, it's like those were in my opinion, the golden years. You know what I mean? Because it's not like they weren't making money, but it wasn't to the level it is now, to where things start to get crazy because, you're fucking buying the yachts and, dude, it's nuts. There's so much money in that industry that just changes hands. It's ridiculous. And like I said, that starts to cause problems. It's literally like the movie, not to nerd out for a second, but let me nerd out for a second. But it's literally like the Lord of the Rings. You know what I mean? The money being the ring. And people can't stop humans are just too drawn to the power to like resist, to like do the right thing with it. And I think that's what we're seeing. I'll speak a little bit more to this when I get to UFC, because in that main event, one of the guys said something kind of weird that I was like, wait a minute. But we'll get to that. We'll go through some more tweets here. Let's have another drink. Cheers, everybody. On Rocket League, I got invited. You can join a club. You can start your own club. And it's basically a way to, team up with your friends, but you're all in one club. Maybe you practice together. I don't know what it all entails. I just started a club because it said I could. But I got invited to join a club called Baby Yoda Feet Pics. I'm not sure. I did not leave my club. Obviously, Drink It To You podcast, my club is called DUY. Y as in Yankee. But yeah, if I leave my club and join someone else's club, then my name is up for grabs. So I was like, I don't really want to do that. Like, maybe I should create another account and try to join that club. I don't know. It's the same player, it'd just be a different account. But yeah, once you join another club, you lose your club, and someone else can take those, your letters, I guess, and make their own club. What else? Oh, this Ronda Rousey thing going around right now. She's clear. The video is clearly playing backwards, but it's fucking hilarious. It's showing her shadow boxing. She still has such a fucking stupid look on her face. But yeah, the video is clearly playing backwards, so it's making her punches look so stupid. But even if this video was playing forward, I think I saw a commenter say it the best. She looks like she's imitating a fighter that she saw shadow boxing. And that's not good. You shouldn't be imitating. You should be actually shadow boxing. I guess she has a fight coming. I don't even know who she's fighting. Oh, Katie Taylor, it says here. And it's the video of her, the video playing backwards, and she's throwing like these goofy punches with the stupidest look on her face. With her head cocked at the weirdest fucking, like, that's not... I know kind of what she's doing. I've seen a boxer do this before, but she's not doing it. She's just imitating it. But yeah, she's just getting roasted right now. It's like the problem with her is like her ego, Ronda Rousey. That's why people give her so much shit. Is she, in a way, I'm not saying she didn't accomplish anything in the UFC. Obviously... What, she have like 100,000 arm bars, a win by submission? That was like her only move. She's like when you're new to a video game and you find that one move that works, you just use it over and over until it doesn't work. And Holly Holm made sure that that spam button didn't work for her anymore. But anyways. But yeah, I think it's just her ego. She thinks she's something that she's not. I'm not saying she hasn't won in the UFC. I'm not saying she wasn't, the women's champion, blah, blah, blah. But she was just one of the first to like figure out, oh, I can just do this to everybody and I will win. I will be champion. But she's not the boxer she thinks she is. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. She's not. Holly Holm is the boxer she thinks she is. You know what I mean? Like... she's just getting roasted, and like I said, people love to roast her because of her ego. She thinks she's something she's not. So that's what keeps happening there. What else? Back to hockey again. I mean, dude, it's just, I'm watching everything. I'm telling you. What do we have? Philadelphia versus Pittsburgh. We have the Sabres, Jets. And this was all last week, but yeah, 3-1 Pins at this point in the game. The Penguins win that one. As you know, I've been watching more of the Flyers. I've been trying to watch more of the Sabres. Though I've fallen off a little bit on the Sabres, I've been sticking strong to the Flyers. There's just so much. I want to watch Colorado. You know what I mean? Like, I want to watch... I haven't watched any Minnesota. I want to watch some more Jets games. I can't. There's not enough time in the day. You know what? I want to watch NBA. But when there's 5 to 10 games in the NHL and I'm trying to keep up with those, there's just not a way for me to get over to the OKC game. I know OKC just played the Mavericks the other night, and I'm pretty sure I already know the result, even though I haven't looked it up. But yeah, so Pittsburgh wins that one over the Flyers. 5-1, I think, was the final on that one. Sabres Jets had a pretty good fight going, and the commentators were cracking me up, dude. They were calling it like a boxing match. It was fucking awesome. Like, they were just kind of using that terminology. I love the different vibes of the different broadcasts too, that I've never listened to before. Like that, it's fun. Who's the team that has the guy named Razor? He's an announcer for them. It's at the Islanders. No, it's the Sabres, I think. They have a guy named Razor. The Stars have a color commentator named Razor. I 100% know for a fact in my head our Razor is better here in Dallas. Not saying the other guy's bad, but just from listening to him a little bit, I'm like, yeah, he's not even a match for our Razor over here. We've got the best freaking commentary, man, for the Stars. Like I mentioned earlier, Smith for the San Jose Sharks. I had to tweet about that, dude. What a freaking move, bro. Yeah, they got a good team. They played the Stars really well. It was a really, really good game. Kind of moving, and I'm just kind of going at random here. This is just life as it happens, really. You know what I mean? Like tweets as they happen. But I'm seeing the thing about Odell Beckham Jr. saying 100 million doesn't last long, which is absolutely insane and disrespectful to say to anyone making less money than that. Dude, let me have the 100 million and I'll show you how I can make it last. And Shannon Sharp basically is going in on Odell Beckham Jr. saying, how can you not make this money last? You don't need 4 cars and, or 15 cars and 12 houses and, you got to take care of everybody in your family. It's like, absolutely. And he brought up such a great point that people don't realize. This is why I've never wanted like a huge house, is the upkeep, literally the upkeep. You get to like a mansion territory, you better have a gardener, you better have I don't know, like some kind of service in your house to bring you the chicken tenders a mile away from the kitchen to your room. You know what I mean? Like it's not just I get to buy the $1 million house and yay, the end. No, bro. You got to keep up with it. Things break, things, I couldn't imagine. What do they do when like the foundation or something goes bad in one of those mansions? Like it's like a ridiculous amount to get it fixed in like an average everyday like 3-bedroom house. How the fuck would you even fix the foundation? And how much would that cost? It's a ridiculous cost. So like he's saying, and I totally agree with him, it's not the house, it's the upkeep, dude. And not only that, for the cars too, it's the upkeep. You still got to it doesn't matter what you drive, it still runs on fucking oil. Okay, well, maybe Teslas are a little different, but, for the average everyday car that people have been driving for a long time that run off of gasoline and oil, that shit still takes maintenance. And guess what? When something goes wrong on the Cadillac versus the, I don't know, what's a good Hyundai, Cadillac is going to ream you over that price. And I saw this too. This is on my tweets too, I think. I saw this too, or maybe I didn't retweet it, but dealerships are like complaining about, they're losing business. They make a lot of their money on, the service when you come back for the oil change or you come back for the tire rotation or you need new wiper blades or, the AC's low on Freon, blah, blah, blah. Like that's where they make their money. And it's like, dude, if you've ever dealt with the dealership, it's such a horrible, horrible business model. Underpaid, technicians with just average knowledge, you know what I mean? They're underpaid. They don't have much knowledge in what they're doing. You have to book an appointment like a month out. And then the cost of the service you're doing, let's take an oil change, for example. I could go get one done for $50, or I could take it to the dealership and almost spend $200. Which fucking one do you think I'm doing? And they can't figure, these aren't stupid people. You know what I mean? They're just greedy. You can't figure out why your dealership is dying, why all these dealerships are dying and people aren't bringing their cars to you for service. Literally those points I just mentioned. That's why. I've solved the puzzle. It's not hard, people. If people do this with grocery shopping every day. I can buy an apple at Kroger for $4, or I can buy an apple at Walmart for $2. Which store do you think I'm going to go to? It's really simple. They just don't want to see the truth, and they want you to feel sorry for it. Maybe I should take. Fuck you. I'm not spending $200 on an oil change when I can get it done for $50. I'm not stupid. What extra shit? And you know what? I've seen a conspiracy of saying that when people take their cars to these dealerships, shit comes out broken. And it's like, oh, well, I wonder who I should take it to fix it. Oh, the dealership's the only one that has genuine parts. They know what they're doing. And they've been ripping people off for years. So all I have to say to these dealerships is, that's what you get. That's what you get for being a greedy fucking SOB. I don't know where that little tangent came from, but we're gonna move on. Here's a tweet alluding to what I was talking about with Rantanen. You just don't know. It was Rantanen and Wyatt Johnston on a 201. I believe this was in. Oh no, this was in the Rangers versus the Stars game. But yeah, it was a 2-on-1 Rantanen with Wyatt Johnston, and I'm just literally tweeting like, you don't know who's gonna shoot. They can both shoot. They can both pass. Like, what a duo. Who do you cover? You know what I mean? Like, your decision is wrong either way. As a defenseman, 2-on-1, I'm gonna go for Rantanen. Wrong. I'm gonna go for Johnston. Wrong. You know what I mean? Like, there's just no way out of it. My Stars do end up losing that game 3-2 versus the Rangers in overtime. Out of a total 12 points we could have got on that road trip, we got 11. I mean, you can't be mad about that, you know. What else? Vancouver, Colorado. Colorado just walked all over them. 2-1, then McKinnon makes it 3-1. This is about the time we found out Seguin got hurt. He's out for the season. Bichel is hurt too, man. That kind of sucked. It's going to take him a little while to come back. I loved having that guy. And like I said at the start of the season, I have high hopes for him. Not that I think he's going to turn into some, like, you know, he's not fucking Connor McDavid. He's a D-man. But I really have high hopes that he's going to go far in this league, dude. If he keeps playing like he has been, he's going to be a top D-man for us. Not only is he physical, he can get in the way, he can block shots, he can, you know. I've seen him shoot a couple of times. He's not terrible, you know what I mean? Add a few goals in there, yeah, dude. You got a pretty damn good D-man stacked with, like, Heiskanen, you know what I mean? Like, that's awesome. So, yeah, it sucks that Sagan's not coming back, but Bichel is going to be it's going to take a little bit. 6 to 8 weeks is what I read. Let's see. Then I watched a little Buffalo Flyers, Sabres Flyers. I got 2-for-1 in that one. Flyers tie it 1-1. Flyers score again on the power play 2-1. Then they score again. Wait, no. They score to make it 2-1 on the power play. Then 3-1 on the power play. And they pretty much just ran away with that one. Then I was thinking this was going to be a good game. This Boston versus St. Louis. And Boston they really just beat up on them. What is it? 5-1 Bruins. Oh, yeah, that goal the Bruins scored with .2 left in the second period. That was pretty awesome. The New York Islanders hand the Avalanche only their second regulation loss all season. Like, I don't give a shit how you feel about the Avalanche from whatever perspective of a team you have. You gotta fucking respect 2 losses in regulation this entire season so far. We're not halfway through yet, or I don't think. Maybe a third of the way through. I don't know, maybe only a quarter of the way through. But but yeah, dude, you have to respect that. And, you know, I was kind of snooping on the Avs Facebook page there, and somebody was all like, you know, this is the wake-up call that these guys needed. You know, I'm not saying I like to lose, but blah, blah, blah. You know, you got to be humbled a little bit and da-da-da-da. And it's like, yeah, that's all well and good, but you also weren't going to win every game this season. It's nice to say that after the fact and be like, oh, they needed humbling and it's okay. It's a good law, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, dude, you weren't going to win. You literally can't win every game. So, yeah, that solves that problem right there. You know what I mean? But, yeah, there was a scrum at the end of that Islanders-Avalanche game. Obviously, Avalanche weren't happy with how it turned out. And, yeah, I mean, they get feisty. You can do that in hockey. It's awesome. Yeah, Ottinger, nice save on Smith. That was during the San Jose game, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that was a pretty good game. Like I said, the San Jose Sharks, they played us pretty well, man. They held us at bay for a good while until they couldn't, you know. But yeah, just so you guys know, I'm seeing a lot of like creators and stuff that I watch on YouTube. I'm seeing a lot of them like migrating over, you know, they still do YouTube, but they're migrating over to Rumble. So I've started doing that too with my YouTube shorts, and a lot of the issue, you know, you get censored a lot on YouTube, or, you know, I guess there's, someone can, you know, file like a privacy thing if they feel some kind of way about your video, and it can get taken. It's just kind of a bitch to deal with, you know, just from hearing stories from these creators, because they'll make videos and say what they don't like about YouTube and why they're moving over to Rumble. So I've started doing that too as my backup plan, just to, you know, I guess the way they pay people too is kind of odd or off or something. But yeah, I've started doing that too. My podcasts episodes aren't up there yet on Rumble. I don't really know how to do that yet. But at least the clips that I'm making, you know, I'm doing like clips of me playing drums or clips of Rocket League or, you know, any video games or whatever. I'm starting to move those over there just for the fact that I know I'm new to the like putting stuff out on YouTube thing. You know what I mean? So just having heard that over the years, I know there's going to come a time and a day to where I'm going to wish I would have started moving things over to Rumble a long time ago. So I figured I might as well go check it out and move my stuff over there. So that's what I'm doing. And yeah, it's going pretty well. I like it. Go follow me on Rumble. Go follow me on YouTube. Excuse me. Hope I didn't burp right into the mic. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I mean, maybe don't follow me on Instagram. This is the one I will say. Don't even follow me on Instagram because I never post, dude. Like, I'm not a fucking photographer. I don't have that many pictures. Like, it was a good couple of years where I could post a picture like every day. You know what I mean? And after that, I'm like, I'm fucking out of pictures. I don't have any more to post. So, anyways, yeah, I mean, you can follow me on there. I don't care. I'm not going to, like, decline you or anything. But, yeah, it's not the most active. Follow me on Twitter for the most activity. That's where I stay. You know, I had a friend the other day. You never read my messages on Instagram. I'm like, I'm never on Instagram. I'm rarely on Instagram. I don't find the fascination. I'll do a story just to kind of update people like, hey, I'm still alive. I'm here. I'm kicking. Don't worry about me, you know. But other than that, I'm just, you know, I don't care. I'd rather write words. I like writing words more than I like posting pictures. So there you go. There's the reason. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. We went all through the Twitter. I'm sure I'm going to have so much more to say. Oh, I didn't even get to the UFC. Oh, shit. Let me just say, yeah, after that main event, this is the biggest thing I want to say. What's his face? I'm going to have to call him by his first name. I already know I am, because I can't pronounce his last name. Let me try, though, because it's kind of funny, right? Dvalishvili. Merab. We'll just call him Merab versus Jan. He came out with the microphone. Joe Rogan obviously interviewed him. And he was like, yeah, we tried to make this a good fight. I'm a company man and da-da-da. And we didn't want it to be boring and blah, blah, all this and that. I was like, dude, what? Like, that's a clear, like, they're setting up a third. Because these guys have fought before. Merab won the first one, and he just they call it the wet blanket. He was just on him, dragging him to the ground, taking him down. Like, Jan couldn't do anything. I watched that fight. And so this one, they're on the feet most of the fight. I mean, I'm not saying Merab didn't try to take him down. He did. I think he got 2 takedowns out of 30 he attempted. So 28 stuffed takedowns from Jan, which is fucking phenomenal. And then Jan just beat him up on the feet. But it's like, okay, so I don't know, in a way, it's like Merab was saying he didn't execute his full game plan. He knows how to beat this guy. Like, let's not lie to ourselves. He knows exactly how to beat these guys. So it's like he just did what he did so they could set up a trilogy and fight a third time, obviously, for more views, more clicks, blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's bullshit. That's kind of the NFL thing that I'm worried about with the UFC is like, how corrupt is this shit? You know what I mean? Like, who's been throwing fights? And there were some times when Merab was throwing stuff and it felt weird. Like, just watching it, not to say it was a great fight. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. But there were some times where Merab was throwing almost like he was shadow boxing, almost like he was Ronda Rouseying, and not really putting. He kept doing this weird thing with his elbow. He'd like left, right, and then like elbow. And it never connected. It didn't connect a single time. Because your elbow is shorter than where your fist can reach. You know what I mean? I don't know, dude. It was... And then for him to come out and say that, like, I'm a company man and we didn't want this fight to be boring. I know everybody doesn't want to see the wrestling. It's like, so you did that shit on purpose? Like, you lost the belt on purpose? I don't... that's fucked up. That's corruption. As much as I and a lot of other people might complain, about the wet blanket thing, it's like, it's still dominant. You know what I mean? Like, I still want to see dominance. It's not my favorite. It's not the most exciting or sexy. But yeah, that's the point of the UFC. Which style dominates? And obviously the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is just, and slash wrestling. Let's say wrestling too. Not to keep them out, because it's hard to beat a wrestler. But yeah, it gave me that, like, oh, you guys did this on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, what did Dana say to you before the fight to make it like, hey, you can try to take him down, just not too many times. You know, like that? No, you can't do that. And that's a scandal to me, because you have people putting legitimate money down and betting on this fight. You know what I mean? So you're telling one guy to hold back? That's throwing the fucking fight, man. Don't do that. It would suck to watch the wet blanket, but at least we would know which guy was the most dominant. I'm not trying to take anything away from Jan. Like, he fucked him up. Don't get me wrong. He fucked him up on the feet. Like, Merab was just a bloody fucking mess. Broken nose. I mean, who knows how many. It doesn't faze that guy anymore. He probably wakes up in the morning with a fucking broken nose, you know what I mean? Like, he's used to it. But yeah, that just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But there were a lot of great fights. I'd love to talk about more of them. But yeah, no matter how much I talk about them, if you missed them, you missed them. So, and that was the last pay-per-view. I guess they're going to Paramount now. Which I don't, that's cool. Whatever. Either way, I'm going to watch. So... Anyways, I hadn't even had any of this to drink. I've just been flapping my gums. Luckily, I don't have that much left. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. Let's go ahead and have our last drink. Cheers, everybody. Oh, God. I almost choked. You guys almost heard me choke on the podcast. As always... Don't drink and drive. Treat yourself to an Uber. Treat yourself to a Lyft. Treat yourself to a DoorDash. Treat yourself to a Waymo. We're only a few months away from Waymo here in DFW. I'm definitely going to Waymo my ass down to the double wide when it's here and Waymo my ass back to my house and see what it's all about. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. I will talk to you all next week. I love you all. Bye.